The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Another step further into our Curse of the Crimson Throne campaign, our party is facing the self-proclaimed King of Spiders. They're working on a plan to convince him to part with information as Crispen is psyching up for a game of knivesies. Enjoy the podcast. Hi, and welcome to The Shed for Adventures from the Shed. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Go ahead and find us on iTunes. We're hosted on Podbean. That's Podbean. New followers every day. Be one of them. Go find us on Podbean and follow us there. We are back in the Shed, continuing our 5th edition campaign in the Pathfinder adventure path called Curse of the Crimson Throne. In that adventure, we have 4 wonderful characters, and to get their names and the players who play them, we'll go around the table saying hi, starting with...
Hey everyone, this is Mickie. For this iteration, I get to play Veritana. Ms. Tana, if you're nasty.
What class is Veritana?
She's a wizard.
Cool.
Never
what
played
kind of wizard?
A good one?
The wizard. Are you a good wizard or a bad wizard? I'm not a wizard at all.
I'm all right. Happy?
There you go. There you go. JJ here, playing Ashley Morgan, the charlatan rogue swashbuckler.
Guten Morgen.
This is Chris. I'm playing the bard. Call me Greg. No, call me Gary.
Oh, this is Crispen. Still flexing. Any ready to play knivesies?
And that's Kurt, who is playing Crispen.
Oh, it's Kurt. I just want to remind all my little Crispen maniacs out there to train, say your prayers, and take your vitamins. That's what it takes to be a real barbarian.
And I am Joe with a lack of follow-up to that. But I'll be the Dungeon Master as we continue this campaign. We're getting right back into it. Our characters are on the boat, the Eel's End. Currently in the Throne of Spiders area. This is C7 on the map for anyone who happens to have this information handy, and for those of us here at the table who have the information handy. We have entered the room. There was a game of knivesies going on. Ashley has decided to proposition the King of Spiders with the idea that Crispen is going to be the champion of knivesies, and we've told him that this is going to be a great fight. A great match about to happen.
I fear no man, no beast or evil, brother.
And that's still
Negativity and Crispomania, those are 2 things that don't go together.
The nativity and Crispomania?
Negativity, brother.
The nativity, too.
Yeah, that really doesn't fit there. Maybe perhaps reading...
It's possible that I have my 18 favorite Hulk Hogan quotes in front of me while I'm playing. But
so perhaps reading in the voice of Baby Jesus, Mickie can give us Baby the knivesies rules.
Does he have a voice?
Knivesies.
From the nativity.
Probably.
Yeah.
Baby Jesus?
Yeah.
You baby talking over there?
Here are the rules of knivesies.
You really don't want to fuck with us guys.
Welcome to 3 minutes.
We're going to need the helium for this one. Mickie is going to read us the official rules of knivesies.
This is from the Curse of the Crimson Throne adventure path itself. So it's a game that was made up in the Pathfinder world. So those who are looking for this in the real world aren't going to find it.
But if you want to play knivesies in the real world, that is an awesome idea. Wait till you hear about this.
All right.
Don't try it at home, but do, because it's fucking awesome.
So, Tana is going to read that plaque up on the wall that explains the rules of the game.
The ever-popular knivesies is the game of choice among the steeliest pirates, brigands, and scalawag in Riddleport. Its increasing popularity in Corvosa is in large part due to Devargo's enjoyment of the game.
Essentially, the place you're in. He's the King of Spiders. So because he loves this game so much, it's become more popular in Corvosa.
Thanks for explaining, Joe.
Yep.
Knivesies is simple to play. 2 contestants stand on top of opposite ends of a long wooden table. Their right hands are bound to their sides with boiled leather straps. Belt pouches are fitted to their waists, and a dagger is stuck in the tabletop between them. The game begins at a count of 10, during which time observers can place bets by tossing gold pieces, roll a 3d6 plus 20 to determine how many gold pieces land on the table.
That part isn't on the plaque, by the way.
Well, now they know.
Yeah.
Onto the table and standing at the end of the table where their chosen fighter stands. As the game begins, each contestant rolls an initiative check. There are 2 ways to win knivesies. You can force the other contestant to fall off the table, or you can end the game with more gold than your opponent has claimed. Snatching a fistful of 1d10 coins off the table is a standard action and provokes an attack of opportunity. Each opponent has only 1 free hand. The first round is typically a mad lunge for the dagger, forcing the slower opponent to make grabs of gold. There aren't any more rules beyond this. Most knivesies games devolve to a tabletop brawl with the first person to drop or touch the ground losing. The game ends once a contestant is unconscious, dead, or knocked off the table, as soon as no coins remain on the table, or as soon as any coin is knocked off the table. When the game ends, an unconscious, dead, or disabled contestant is automatically the loser. Otherwise, the winner is determined by which person has the most coins in his pouch. Notice his, not her. At the end of the game, all money is
I get the feeling
emptied.
you're about to join.
No. All money, not Veritana. Had it been Bree, game on. At the end of the game, all money is emptied from the pouches back onto the table. Half the total is paid to the winner, while the remainder is split evenly among all those who stood at the winner's end of the table.
So in this case, as it says, most Knivesies games devolve into tabletop brawls. That is also true of most Dungeons & Dragons
I was going to
games.
say, look, brother, that was a lot of rules and a lot of talking. But what really matters here is I'm going to get up on a table and kick someone's ass and grab some gold.
So the previous match of Knivesies finished
In a Scottish accent.
while you guys were talking to the King of Spiders. Specifically, Ashley was talking to the King of Spiders to proposition Crispen as the next champion. When that last match finished, the person who was victorious is I'm going to throw a wrench into it here for you, Mickie, is a human female, and she is the current reigning champion at Eel's End of Knivesies.
Who is it?
It's a human female. Her name is what would this be? Nata instead of Tana.
Crispen's going to require a signed waiver in advance because in the Me Too era, he doesn't want to get claimed sexual harassment for what's
That's a
about to go
good
down
point.
here.
She does hand you the waiver to sign, agreeing that you will not harass her during the fight, because I think the chances are much more likely in that direction.
Oh.
Especially because you're right at her junk level.
Well, I'm right at her junk level, and I've still got some dragon's breath going around in my head.
So she's a human. She has short cropped black hair, and she is wearing a loose-fitting suit of leather armor that has several slashes in it from what looks like the knife on the table.
So she's trying to use her feminine wiles to distract her male opponents.
She flips you off a lot. Gives you all the
I'm rubbing
rude
your
gestures.
shoulders. Look, man. I know she's a woman. Doesn't matter. She wants to play manly games. Treat her like a man. I don't want you to think just knock her off the table. I want you to put it through that back wall. You got me?
Oh, man.
Was that your special pep talk?
Oh, yeah. Getting the pump.
Was it? So what does that mean in mechanics terms?
He gets 1d6 for bardic inspiration.
Oh!
Yeah.
So when you need to... Was it the next roll?
To any roll for a minute.
1 plus 1d6?
Nice.
Within the next 10 minutes, he's going to do
For the next 10 minutes.
Which I'm sure this game will be done in like a couple minutes.
Oh, yeah, it should be a round or two, I'm guessing, by the pumped-upness of the Crispen.
Don't even worry about the knife. You don't need, what do you need weapons for?
And when you watch the previous match, she was very fast. She was right in there, grabbed the knife, held the guy off, pocketed a few coins and kicked one off the table. And after that coin was kicked off the table, that ends the match. They counted up the gold. She had more gold than the other guy, and she won. And that match finished up, and she looks like she didn't even start breathing heavy. She is ready to take on the shorty that is the growling Crispen.
Can I get entrance music from the bard?
I'm not that kind of bard.
I am the real Corvosia. Fight for the rights of every man.
I think the theme to Bewitched is better. But yeah, that could be part of inspiration.
So
as well.
while Greg is giving Crispen a pep talk, I'm going to be going around and trying to hype up even more, not so much to the King of Spiders anymore, but to the patrons, and like listen, this guy, I've seen him take, so many shots. He shrugs off blade attacks.
Wow. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try and get an idea of how many people are in the room, and we're going to do that on the same roll as we would for how many gold end up on the table. So let's roll 3d6, Mickie, and let's add 10 to that. No.
20.
All right. So wow, 20? 20 total or 20 plus the
20
10?
total.
Okay. So there are 20 people in the room. So that makes it easy for us, JJ. Roll a d20 and let's see how many people you easily convince. Let's put it this way. This is how many people you can interact with in the time before it starts.
Okay, so 6.
Okay, and now you've just got a DC 10 because it's a DC 10 here. A DC 10 to convince all 6. And we'll see if they throw
more
the
dice.
coins on the right side of the table. Or, no, I should say if they join the correct side of the table.
I'm going to use one of my
Hero points.
my hero points there to
Roll
re-roll the re-roll to 1.
Okay. That is acceptable.
That
I
is
like hero
acceptable.
points.
All right, that's much better. That is a 14.
Okay. So you convince all 6 that you interact with to join Crispen's side of the long oaken table.
Nice.
Long wood table.
My little Crispomaniacs.
Which means by default, 6 out of the 20 people that are in the room by your influence are there.
Okay.
The others are going to kind of split half and half, which means there will actually be more people on Crispen's side based on your incentive to them.
Yeah.
Propagandizing.
Propagandizing, which you hand out
13.
leaflets of how awesome Crispen is.
Yeah, the one time he lifted the house off the foundation. Mm-hmm. He stole the whole house with Ashley once. It's crazy.
I raised the roof.
It raised the roof and the rest of the house at the same time. All right, so the match is getting ready. There is a designated referee. There's this even shorter than you. It's a gnome who he actually comes out in a black and white striped shirt, but the stripes are odd, like lightning bolts across the whole shirt.
It's so he can crisscross underneath the table and get
Exactly.
get the
He
best
gets-
vantage
yeah.
point.
So as I know that we're about to start, so I'm going to get myself worked up.
So
And I'm going to
he
make-
takes your right arm and binds it to you with a leather strap and puts a pouch at your waist.
So even though I know she's kind of quick and dexterous, I'm still going to work myself up into a mechanical rage, if I could.
Okay. A mechanical rage.
Mechanical rage.
I am in a rage.
For mechanical purposes, I will be raging.
Understood. Yes, and that is perfectly fine because we're about to hit that initiative.
And I think I have 3 now before a long rest because I'm at level 3, so
Sounds good to me.
which is awesome.
It is 1 per level for rage.
I think so.
Yep, 3 at the. And my rage
It's funny
damage is
that
plus 2.
whenever somebody quotes a rule, it's the same action. You look over at JJ.
Yeah, right.
You got to make eye contact.
I've got it right in front of me.
with
Although I do
JJ.
like the confirmation and the validation.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. First, as the match gets ready, gold is going to fly out on the table from both sides to the tune of how many?
I see 11.
And that is plus 20.
So 31.
So 31 gold are on the table. This is important. Mickie, if you wouldn't mind keeping track of that, please. Because if Crispen grabs for gold or if Nata grabs for gold, each one is going to be grabbing a certain amount. So we'll be taking away from that total. And that
She's
is
Nata
important.
getting-
Well, no,
any gold
you said
from me.
31
She's not
per
gonna
side
win.
of the table, right?
No, that's
31
total.
is how many gold end up on the table.
Oh, that's good to end up at an odd number then.
It is kind of neat, yeah. So that means you can't have an even amount between the two of you.
Yeah.
All right, so that happens.
So and I would also just mention, I don't know how this fight will play out, but with rage, I have resistance to slashing and piercing damage. Given that this is
all right,
this is a
that
knife
is
fight.
that is
potentially.
important. Yes, because if nothing else, she might just try to punch you, and that's bludgeoning. And here we go. So we're going to start with a roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Initiative.
Roll for
I have bludgeoning
initiative.
too.
You can bludgeon initiative if you like.
Ready?
You're also using your D&D starter set dice.
I am.
This isn't fair.
Initiative is plus 2. Total of 14.
I have 7. You get to go first.
I get to go first.
So as the count from the referee, the little gnome referee, he's counting on
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5. As he gets to 1, you get to go first in initiative. So you get to act first.
Right. So I will not be playing the quick stealthy game. I'm gonna
Knivesies,
like.
go!
So I've got I guess, my right arm tied, but I'm going to basically like lower my right shoulder and just kind of try to charge at her and hit her in the thighs right above her knees and knock her back off the
Well,
table.
let's do that. Let's make an attack roll.
So I would think it would be a strength, and I would have advantage on that because of rage, and then I would also have bardic inspiration.
If you need it, but you can roll that afterwards.
You can roll afterwards.
Okay.
Ah.
So,
And you still have your hero points as well. Reroll.
remind me about hero points. I
You
don't,
could use it for a reroll, AC, or move extra 10 feet.
how many do we have?
This is part of the
I had
adventure
5,
path.
so
Okay.
And this was the harrowing that happened at the beginning.
Gotcha.
Plus, you also have that luck card that you just got from
Correct.
the 20.
Oh, yeah,
so I
you're
rolled a
correct.
14.
I don't want
Roll
this to
again
be over
with
so
advantage.
fast.
I don't know.
but it might
It's
be.
Mike Tyson. Let's
It
do
might
it.
be,
Let's do it
exactly.
up.
This could be a 1-second
17.
match.
17.
Then I'd add strength plus 2 is 19. Do I add a proficiency or just strength?
This is an attack roll, so yes.
So 21
Okay.
without adding anything else to it.
Okay, so now what I want to do is unarmed strike is how much?
Well, is
I mean, he's a barbarian, so he gets nothing special. I think monk is the only one that gets anything for unarmed strike. Otherwise, it's what, a D4 plus strength?
Sometimes, yeah, it depends. I don't know how they do it for.
We actually
sometimes
have to
it's
look
like
up
lower
the
than
rule.
that.
Here we go.
Could be like a D4.
And I don't think. You know what? I might have that in my DM screen. I have an iPad in front of it. Damn it.
so this is a bull rush.
I guess, yeah. But does he have... Is Bull Rush a standard thing anyone can
Yes.
do? Okay, then yes. Okay.
So it must be a large or smaller creature.
Yeah.
You contest your strength roll against theirs.
Well, that's different then, because we just did an attack roll.
Yeah, so minus the proficiency and keep your strength roll. So it's just whatever he had, so 21 minus 2, so 19.
19.
He rolled a 17.
And I can add the inspiration
can.
if I want to.
Yeah.
Why would I not add the Can I
You
get
might
it on
not
every
need it.
roll?
No,
you
just
might not
the
need
next roll you want to use within
one
10
roll.
minutes.
So you might not need it yet.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I rolled a 20.
You did.
Yes. I got a critical roll for the
what's your-
defense.
Is that an automatic win? Or
That means she's going to... essentially what this means, you're going to hit her, but you're not going to knock her off the table. It's that simple. Because you're not going to miss her.
So she braces.
You're going to
herself.
hit her, but she's able to brace her. Actually, it's basically her dexterity. She's able... oh, gosh. What is the one that you use your enemy's momentum against themselves? What?
Judo?
Judo, whatever. It's like that. That's how she reacts to your charge. She's able to essentially make you plant yourself into the table at like a right angle, just force you down, and it's just kind of even at that point.
Okay.
Now, you've passed the knife at the middle of the table, so that means she would have to get past you to get it.
Yeah.
So now it's her turn. And why don't we just do it as opposed strength checks? The whole time, because that's just going to make it easier for us to get through this.
Okay.
Hers is lower, mind you.
Well, it's
so you
definitely a
have
wrestling
much better
match now,
chance.
yeah.
Right. 8.
You have
17
advantage.
plus 2. 19.
All right.
19
okay.
plus whatever I need.
So she is unable to push you off the table, and it looks like after she pushes at you and realizes you're a miniature rock, as it were, that she now her gaze shifts to the coins on the table. So that's probably where she's going next. Now it's back to you.
Gotcha. Can I reach the knife where I am?
You might as well try. If you go for the knife, though, we're going to, even though there are no opportunity attacks in 5th edition, I'm going to give her a chance to push you off the table because that's going to be her turn next.
Right.
It's not going to be on your turn. You're going to take your turn to disengage, as it were.
Right.
Boot her off the table.
That's what I was going to say. Is I don't think I need the knife. It seems like we should be back towards one end, so I'm going to try to do exactly that.
You're on her end of the table?
I'm on her end of the table, and I'm kind of on the ground because I bull rushed and hit her and didn't get her. So I'm going to try to basically side kick her in the gut and back off the table, like a thrusting kick.
Let's do another opposed. Oh my gosh! I got the opposite this time. A numero uno.
20 total.
And you know what? Just because it might be fun, I'm going to take out this critical fail deck, and let's see.
She breaks her neck as she falls on the
You
table.
want to pick one of these out
They're
of
all
here?
good.
Let's see what happens. Chances are we'll
Look for
call it
bludgeoning?
Bludgeoning, yeah.
let's see. Not really.
Does any of them make sense to the context that two people are trying to push each other off a table?
Or a kick.
Maybe.
a kick.
Ow,
Overshot.
ow,
Ow, ow, ow.
ow. Make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you are unable to attack with this body part on your next turn.
So I would make it
Or
if she can't attack.
overshot.
So
the
she loses.
projectile travels twice the distance.
But he's the one projecting in this case.
Yeah, so she would lose a attack.
All right, so she's going to lose a turn. We'll take that DC, and she loses a turn. So she is not able to immediately attack back.
So, but he doesn't knock her off the
You
table.
hit her in the shoulder
So I hit her.
plexus.
So, right. So she's like crumpled over towards the end of the table. So at this point,
Go
I'm
grab
going to
some
rage. I'm going to go over and try to grab her and pick her up and press her over my head and throw her off the
With
table.
one hand.
Go for it.
Oh, I forgot. I only
You
have
can
one
do it. Yeah, do it. Do it.
You're the man.
You just get underneath her. Yeah, get her up.
hand. What you gonna do when Crispomania runs all
I'll tell you what, I'm going to take it as a DC 10 plus this. All right. And Kurt actually looked. I like it when Mickie looks because it's not her that's actually got to do it.
Natural
Rolled a
20.
You a natural 20?
Yeah.
I
Natural
have
20.
advantage on the second roll. I got a 20 natural.
So what I want to do with that is grab another luck card because this isn't necessarily combat. This was just an opposed
Here?
strength check. So you are able to you're able to grab her with one hand and kind of pizza box
Yeah,
lift her up,
balances her up.
right, like a waiter, and just toss her in the direction that you chose.
Sweet.
You might suffer some strain after this because she's probably 3 times your weight, but she
He's pretty
she
beefy.
does fall off the table, and the audience starts applauding, and you actually see the King of Spiders stand up on his throne and give a nice little parade clap for you.
So I drew a card that will let me have a 1d10 after making a saving throw anytime I want.
Cool.
Nice.
And so she's off. So I win. I get the claps. Play to the crowd a little bit, and then I grab the knife off the table behind me.
Hold
throw
on.
my
I don't
hand
know
down-
where you grabbed her to get the clap. But
And then I grab the knife behind me and throw my hand down on the table, and I do that, through my fingers like you're crazy, man, and just like I'm.
okay, this is a DC 10 to give him another +2 when he bargains because you're trying to be impressive.
I am trying to be impressive, and I don't want to cut any fingers off.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work out so well.
What do you have that you can add to that?
You got tons
you
of
have your
stuff.
bardic inspiration if you didn't use it already.
Yeah, you got that.
Well,
you got
what am I trying to get?
You got
You
your
get 10.
harrow. You got your harrow points.
So I'm guessing you're using dexterity.
It's going to be dexterity, right? But I don't think you really have any dexterity modifier. If you do, it's a 1.
+2 to Dex.
What?
So you have a
You start
5,
with a 5.
plus the D6 from bardic inspiration.
So 5.
Or you
I
can
don't
just
remember
re-roll
what
with your
other
harrow
things you
point.
have.
Oh yeah, hero points just a re-roll, right?
Yeah.
But you have to take the second roll.
That's
so if
fine.
you roll a 1,
That's all right. I rolled the same thing, a 3.
okay.
All right, so
Do you
it's
bard?
not a saving throw. It's not a skill or attack.
It is a
roll.
skill.
It is
It's a skill roll. Yeah.
But bardic inspiration would be 2.
So you're up to 7.
I can use this for a D4.
This is going to be
This is
fun.
a lot of resources here to get.
Burn
It is.
everything
It
up.
is.
There you go.
And the whole point here is if you succeed, if you get 10 plus, he gets another +2 to the roll. Otherwise, you're going
There
to.
you go.
4
All right.
on the D4.
I was going to say, otherwise, you have the chance of losing a finger.
11.
11. And then,
too funny.
Okay.
so this, I'm like going crazy, and then all of a sudden, like, am I have to fight again or am I done?
There you're done.
Right. So, and then all of a sudden, like my rage kind of like starts to subside.
He
I
feels
like
bad.
look around, and then I see this like poor woman on the floor, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm down, like trying to like pick her up and help her back to the table.
And
feeling very
she's kind of bitter about being beaten by a man half her size. She usually beats men that are larger than
I'm
her.
offered to buy her a beer or a glass of wine.
Okay.
Mead.
Because I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't believe. I hope I didn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Let me get you a glass.
She actually, her drink is a mead bomb. It's mead with wine dropped in it.
The meat bomb.
Mead bomb. Yeah.
Meat bombs on the house.
Yes. She'd drop a shot of wine in the middle of the mead and then you chug it.
That's good.
So what
so
are
I'm
the
gonna put
rules
this
for
back.
divvying up the gold at the end there, love?
So
Half
half
to
goes
me,
to the victor, which
half
is
to the betters.
Actually, there's nothing because he didn't collect anything. It's
What?
the person who has the most coins in his pouch.
Well, otherwise, that's if somebody isn't unconscious, dead, or knocked off the table.
Right.
Right.
But at the end of it, all money's emptied back onto the table. Half the total goes to the winner. So you don't get a whole lot for playing
get 15
knives.
gold.
You get 15, and the rest is distributed.
More importantly, we get some props from
Yeah.
the Vargo.
Exactly. So the King of Spiders is impressed by this. You added that other 2. So right now, I think you have a +6. Who else wants to get in his good graces, in his king's good graces, as it were, before the bargain is made? And it can be done anytime. I just want to make sure you guys think you're out of your, I don't know, you're trying to impressiveness. Impressivity. Impressitude.
So what do we have? We had 31 gold total. I get half that. Is that what
You
we
get
said?
16. We'll give you 16.
You like spiders, right?
He is the king of spiders. There is none higher. Sucker MC should call him Spider.
Spidey.
To rule his kingdom, you must use spiders. He won't stop rocking until he re-spiders. It's a whole spider thing. It's
Are you gonna do some minor illusion or something? Go
Yeah,
for
some
it.
minor illusion.
Sorry.
I'd do some minor illusion to have kind of spiders appear like on the hem of my traveling gown and around the
So you want to
cuffs.
show him that you are also spidery.
Yeah, I'm also spidery.
Cool. And is that a spell you have?
Prestidigitate,
Okay. And
because it allows minor illusion.
so as a cantrip, then we don't have to use up any spell slots, but it's still a DC of 10 to do it, so use your intelligence.
Intelligence. Oh, crap.
Or
That
arcana, I guess you could say.
did not work out well.
Use a hero point if you want.
I'll have to use a hero point for that, because that would have just been a 6. Nope.
Do we get hero points back at long rest? Or
No.
No, hero
8.
point is something
know.
you're using based on the harrowing, the tarot
So
reading,
during
the
this
tarot reading.
chapter,
Right.
The hell!
The hell?
It didn't work. I rolled a 3.
Put it in the
plus
dungeon.
5.
Put it in the prison.
8.
Yeah, you
Nice
guys.
prison.
The prison should be over there.
The prison's
The
not big
dice
enough
cave?
for
Yeah.
this dice.
Might not fit.
Damn it. Might need a bigger one. Going to need a bigger prison. Well, that still works. You put the little hat on it. There you go. I mean, I could print bigger ones actually. So that might be worthwhile.
For those at home, I'm using my big dice.
Yeah. You could hear it, by the way. I think you can hear the difference when the big die rolls. When the big die rolls.
so Ashley would definitely be.
So you ended up failing.
I did.
That actually makes a difference. Go ahead, JJ. I got to look at this up.
Oh, sorry. All right, I just took a bite because I thought you were going to talk.
Damn it. Well, I got to look this up.
So yeah, Ashley's going to, just kind of, I made good on my boast. I brought the champion of the East in.
-2. Chris.
I'm sorry.
Each
We're at
success is a +2. Each failure is a -2. But go ahead, JJ.
So I made good on my boast, and
Oh, you did.
Are there any
Crispen
other
was
challengers?
impressive.
Are there any other
Impressive?
challengers that want to try the champion of the East?
The short of it is no. Everyone is impressed with Crispen. He really handily wiped the floor with their champion, who regularly beats the crap out of the others. So, the champion of their champion is no one to be trifled with, as it were. Nobody steps forward. And DeVargo actually looks around, the king of spiders. He looks around hoping that one of his people will step up, but they do not.
I am
So
an
that's-
intimidating presence.
So then I'll ask:
You
does
are.
anybody want to challenge me?
Now, here's one thing. I'd like to see the two players go, but there's a specificity that DeVargo only wants one of his people to go against the players. So, I don't know. It was,
How about yourself,
No.
DeVargo? You played
no.
knivesies?
No, I will not stoop to that level. I just love watching. Little man, you did well.
Thank you. It was more fun than I thought it would be. But that's a challenge.
It's a great game. Stick around. You could make a lot of coin here.
I don't know. I kind of want to go against Crispen.
Now, it must be one of mine against one of yours.
Oh, you think that I might cheat or something?
Of course.
Plus, we wouldn't want to break each other.
Yeah, I'm not mending
We
anybody.
can play later on our own time.
There you go. When you get back to the Citadel, you guys can play around.
We won't talk.
Anything else you want to do before trying to make the bargain with him? 'Cause that's where we are at this point.
We have. Do we have any? He likes to have
Excuse me.
blackmail material. Do we have any knowledge that we could give? Maybe all the world's meat is dealing with has human meat in it. Maybe let him know that not to shop there.
Give me a diplomacy check and let us see what that comes out to.
All right, that's a 14 on the dice plus 6.
That would give you another +2 to your next bargaining. Yes. So, Chris, go ahead and add that.
What about anything with Gedrin Lamb?
So he appreciates any rumors that he had not yet heard, and that was one he had not yet heard.
What about removing Gedrin Lamb? Does that...
He's familiar with what happened, but if you can shed any more information on it, i.e. a DC of 10 of whatever you're doing, what would you be telling him, though? So tell me what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Because from All the World's Meats, they're serving, what's the word they use for human?
Flesh.
Yeah, but there's another word for it. Damn, I'll think of it.
Long pig?
Long pig.
Well, what was Gedrin doing there, though, besides like child labor stuff? I can't remember what he was making.
It was one of those
Slop.
things. They called him a crime lord, but really he was just involved in the getting orphans and making them go do pickpocketing.
Right.
And then while they were at the old fishery, they used fish guts and stuff to make slurry and other.
Well, he's
like,
another
bait for
crime lord,
fishermen
right?
and
This guy.
whatnot.
So I mean,
This guy was like a real crime lord.
Yeah, well,
I
we've
never
gotten-
really thought of Gadrin Lamb as a real crime lord.
Well,
you have orphans that go pickpocket.
he's been
They had a
removed.
crocodile, which is pretty badass.
They did have.
We
double
could
guts.
say he's been dealt with. You know, he's been
Yeah.
taken out of play.
But what?
that-
Yeah, what is the? He knows that already. It's happened a couple of days ago now.
Yeah.
He's an underworld crime guy, so he would know that. But what?
So why not
What
we
is
just claim
interesting?
credit?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was going to say we.
There you go. If you want to claim yourselves as the ones who did it,
Oh yeah.
then yeah, that's something he may not know yet. Go for that. Again, DC of 10. It's a diplomacy / persuasion.
24.
Oh, well, yeah, I think you got that. So add another +2. So essentially, you're impressing a crime lord with your deeds and your boasts in order to lead up to the bargain that you're going to strike with him.
Have they shrunk down to 9-inch pythons?
They are not what they were while I was raging. That's true.
Anything else you can think of? Are we ready to go?
Yeah, we haven't done much
Press
of.
this guy too much.
Well, what else have we
Time
done?
to if it's time to strike the bargain, then we're ready to go.
He
So
made-
remember, the whole point was to come here with the gold that Cressida gave you to buy information about the ambassador. That's what you're here for.
Yeah.
So whenever you're
I
ready
think
to
our
go
position.
there,
I think under no circumstances do we have more than 1,000 gold pieces available. Because she gave us 1,500, right?
Oh,
Give us
1,000.
1,000.
it was
Give us
1,000.
1,000?
Yeah, it was 1,000.
Under
I
no
said a 1,500 at some point earlier, but it was
circumstances
1,000.
do we have more than 750 gold available?
I don't know. Why don't we just give it all to him so he doesn't have any reason to say no?
We start at 500 and work our way up.
So
All
if
right,
you're
so
ready,
it's- yeah,
if
we're
you're
ready.
ready, then he wants one of you to step forward and plead your case. Before you, if you have something to present, before you leave, please step forward and plead your case before the king of spiders.
We heard you had some information about the Cheliax ambassador.
The ambassador, yeah.
Well, I am not at liberty to answer you until I know the total of your die roll.
You want me to roll first?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
how he answers, how he
Do D6 too.
responds,
Yeah.
is based on how
I got-
well
got
this roll
plus
comes
8.
up.
We have 8, right?
Sounds good. You were supposed to keep track.
Yeah, we have plus 8.
That's good for me.
And it's just, I'm using persuasion plus this. Is that how it's working?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
So you can add a D6 to your bardic inspiration.
How does that work? Because it says only for somebody else for bardic inspiration.
You can do it yourself.
Really?
Yep.
All right. If I need it.
We'll see what it looks
Any
like.
ally. You count.
Because it
as
says
an ally.
another person you give inspiration to.
Yeah, you're Gary for this one.
Yeah.
Greg and
Gary, take care of it.
Yeah.
What am I?
One creature
Demogorgon?
other than yourself.
Oh, really?
Demogorgon? All right, so it's that'd be 18 plus another 8, 26.
Okay.
All I needed was the 25. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I gave you that number off air.
What'd you get?
Yes.
26. That's without using the inspiration, though.
So, at this point, when you ask him for information about the ambassador, he was standing after the match. He sat back down, but his eyes light up, and he clasps his hands in front of him, and he says, "Thank you for the entertainment and your generosity in bringing a few more gold into the room this evening. And I do have some information for you. Just wait right here, and I'll be right back. And he seems genuine.
Can we get an insight roll to see
Yeah, go for it.
how genuine he
Yep.
is?
Yep. And as you're doing that, he calls
shit.
he calls some of the enforcers in, and you hear him just call, guards, come in here and watch over the place for a moment.
Uh-oh.
I want to follow him wherever he goes.
Anybody's welcome to roll
I have
insight.
a bad feeling
20.
about this.
Got a natural 20 or a 20?
19 plus 1.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody?
I'm
Any
just
other
doing
numbers?
kind of a
I'm just going in case anybody rolls an actual critical. That's
17 plus
okay.
something.
He is genuinely pleased, and he just doesn't leave the room with money in it without a guard.
Yeah, that's
being
fair.
handy. So he comes back after a few minutes, and he specifically goes to Gary Oos, and tells you directly. I've learned of a scandalous affair from the ambassador months back. He was having a scandalous affair with a important noble back in Cheliax, and they've been corresponding since he was first stationed here in Corvosa. When I heard of these rumors, I paid a visit, and I found some incriminating evidence at his home. I'm willing to sell it to you for 1,500 gold. And that's gold for those who couldn't catch my voice cracking yet again.
1,500
gold.
That's pretty steep.
No, he's talking to Greg.
How about 1,000? Will 1,000 do it for you?
How about you make a diplomacy check? Or persuasion. By the way, as a crime lord, he does not at all respond to intimidation. So,
Okay.
in case you were wondering.
My
if you could
persuasion's
choose
better.
something- There you go.
My intimidation is good, but
Yeah, you're not-
22?
22. What was the number you said?
22.
No, the before that. How about
1,000?
1,000. I'd be willing to accept 1,000 gold for this information.
Sounds
Yes.
great. Great doing
Just
business
don't
with you.
tell anyone else.
I was never here.
Well, great. So you hand over the
Yeah.
gold. He hands you several letters, and the letters are handwritten from the ambassador, and they do detail information about an affair he is having.
Oh, sweet.
So you now have blackmail on the ambassador, and he says, "Pleasure doing business with you.
Of course.
Bring back the short one anytime."
Don't let him hear you calling that.
Oh, he heard it. That was as boastful as it sounded.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, all right.
So if you're ready, then we can bring that back to Cressida. Now I can find the right page for that again. So if you're ready, we can go back to the Citadel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you guys want to check out one of the other boats for action.
Yeah.
The House of Clouds.
One of the lovelies to take you to heaven.
Hey.
Not all of the lovelies are female.
The
My,
House
my testosterone is a little
Unless you're
high
into
right
that kind
now.
of thing.
Yeah. You're coming down off of the rage high, though. Right? You still have a little bit of the buzz from the dragon's breath, though. That might have been what really helped, by the way.
Might have
Dragon's breath really might have pushed Crispen over the top.
It might have been.
He turned his baseball cap around over the top. Reference. Sorry. So when you return to the Citadel and hand over those scandalous letters to Cressida, she reads them, and being a modest woman, she blushes as she reads them. They are very scandalous letters.
Oh.
Very clearly love letters of a affair. And she
There's even
blushes as she
drawings.
reads them and passes them over to a clerk for safekeeping. And she holds them. The point is that she sent you off for blackmail that she could use to
Right,
stop
right.
the ambassador when he tries to do bad stuff. So she puts them away. And she thanks you again, rewarding you with a further 500 gold over and above the bribe money that you received.
Ooh,
so
nice.
granted, the bribe money was 1,000.
Right,
You
yeah.
used it, but she'll give you 500.
Sweet.
Let me just make sure there was nothing else there. La 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 la. And in addition,
500.
so another thing that she'll offer you, she says, because of the service that you have offered so far to Corvosa, would like to award you each with the Drake's Mark, and it's a little medal that symbolizes that you are a champion of Corvosa. It's something that only special guards and people in town wear. And anyone who's been around Corvosa knows, essentially, as a citizen, when you speak to someone with a Drake's Mark, you trust them more. What that means in game terms is if you wear a Drake's Mark, you'll get a +2 to a diplomacy check or a persuasion check.
Is that with anybody though, or are some people going to
Any citizen of Corvosa.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do we,
we all have that,
She
or-
offers
Each have one?
each of you one of those.
Nice.
So you are able to have a Drake's Mark.
the wet erase,
Drake's
erase
marker.
marker so that I can write down my Drake's
right
mark?
here. Sorry.
Thank you.
No problem. I had it on the other side of the screen, as it were.
You were hiding it. So it's +1 to
Except that I freely told you when I had it. But yes,
to diplomacy.
+2 to diplomacy. When you wear it openly, it's a +2 to diplomacy with any Corvosan citizen.
Thank
Essentially, you're recognized as kind of a champion of the guard. Now, remember, that is what you would be recognized as, so you probably don't want to wear it openly everywhere.
Right.
You may just take it out as your FBI badge when you're talking to a citizen kind of thing, right? But, and that's important because in reality, the city is still in a state of anarchy as the game rolls, in that even walking back from Eel's End to the Citadel, you still see these mini riots, the things going on around the town. And actually, let me throw one other thing in the mix here, because there's one encounter that I wanted to use that we're going to use. Give me just a moment. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I find the right page.
Peanut is neither a pea nor a nut.
So I can't believe he didn't let us do knivesies together there, Crispen. I mean, it's like you got the strength, yeah, but I think I'm more dexterous than that lady was.
We can try later. I have to rest up, get my strength back.
Why do you want to roll around on a table with him?
Doesn't have to be a table.
Because I want to know if I'm better than him. That's really all it
Underdone.
is.
But what would happen if I stabbed you in the throat?
I'll fix
That
it.
would be
all right.
unfortunate.
I mean, each person
old
has their
throat
strengths
stabbing.
and
I'm not sure I could
weaknesses.
reach your throat, but, in theory.
Each person has their own strengths and
Can't put a
weaknesses they
tourniquet
bring
on
to
a
the
taint.
party.
True. And that's why it'd be fun to pit myself against him, because he really is good.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know if I'm better.
Does not compute.
Does not compute. All right, I found what I needed, so we're ready to go. We're going to jump back in time a few minutes. As you were on your way back to the Citadel, as you're walking through the streets, at one point,
Random encounter.
it is. It's actually one of the events that's
Okay.
prescribed in the book, but it is, in our case, a random encounter. A rumble issues from below the street, and a moment later, the city street cracks apart, and long fissures run across the bricks of the city street. The road bursts upwards, casting chunks into the air, raining bricks on the surrounding area, and the stench of sewer filth and garbage belches forth, heralding the approach of a large and hungry otyugh, for those who happen to know.
Gross.
Otyugh. It's a monster.
Yeah.
Out of
Garbage monster.
the book. It's a garbage monster, yes.
I don't know that.
Oscar?
Which seems to have been drawn by the chaos and noise of the world above. Those familiar with Corvosa know that they are actually used down in the depths of Corvosa. When you put things down the garbage disposal,
They eat
these things eat it. Yeah. They are the sewers of Corvosa. But this thing has busted forth above ground. And it's
Super beast.
very hungry, and as soon as it bursts up through, it grabs a commoner and starts chewing on it.
Ew.
And if you guys are going to do something about it, we
I
can roll
will.
some initiative.
I will leap into action.
Let us roll some beautiful initiative.
Oh, I rolled like crap.
And I'm actually going to use the one from D&D, not the one from Pathfinder, because there is one in D&D as well.
DC 10? Or, sorry, Initiative 10 for me?
Okay.
Oh, am I?
10 for me as well.
I figured you'd use a pad right there.
7.
10, 10, 7,
Well, we're not going first.
4.
10, 10, 7, 4. All
and,
right.
and I have a...
Oh, excuse me.
what the hell's the initiative on this page? A 4. I have a 4. It's busy chewing on the commoner at this time.
Is it too late to save that person?
I would say the first person in initiative has a chance of saving that person if that's their
Yeah,
action.
I'm going to go and pierce the tentacle holding the commoner with my rapier.
Okay.
What does this thing look like? Do you have a picture?
I think I have a bestiary over here.
That's all right. That's all right.
Or monster manual.
I can find it online. How's it spelled again?
It's like
Monster manual. Here we go.
OTYAGUH.
OTYOGUH.
Ah, close.
But here, Kurt, there's a monster manual. That way you can show others a picture too when you find
I'm
it.
just curious.
All right, so that is a 23 to hit.
Actually, what I want to do as your first action, if you just want to save the commoner, then I want to give you you'll get it, first off. You got 23, but I was going to say you'll get a DC of 15 to free the commoner before it's dead. So as the action you take as first in initiative, you are able to free the commoner that might just need a little bit of healing.
Okay.
So it looks like it's a garbage monster. I want to say it looks like a garbage monster. Who knows what one of those looks like? It's the little garbage thing from Star Wars. Beep, boop, beep.
Worse.
It looks like if thing from Seymour.
Feed me.
It grew
like
teeth and tentacles. Yeah.
But it's
And
yucky.
legs.
And legs.
And
It was
legs.
not in a pot.
Crispen,
So, yeah,
get
so
the thing
Ashley-
back down in the
Absolutely nothing
sewer.
like it.
Ashley was able to save the commoner, who might need a little medical attention, but is no longer in dire need of saving.
All right. Who's next on initiative?
I'm
That
going
would be
to
Greg.
render aid to the commoner. And I
go
tell
for it.
Crispen, toss that thing back in the garbage.
That's better.
There you go.
So did it come up out of the cracked ground? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it burst through the street.
Yeah.
It came up through the street. In D&D terms, it's a CR5 monster, so it's a tough one. On its own, it's a tough monster. Granted, you're 4 of you
Crispen.
against it.
Do something.
So I think I'll.
Did we skip?
I'm rendering
No,
aid to the.
he's rendering aid.
If I need to use a cure light wounds, I'll use it. I don't
Either
know how
that
bad
or
it
you
is.
can
I'll just
drop
do-
a healing potion, whatever you want to do. You'll be able to rest, so you can use the spell if you want.
All right. Yep.
What you got?
I mean, I think I'll just go at it and swing it with my axe.
Swing.
Swing, swing.
Try to drive
from
him
the
back
tangle
down.
serve my heart.
Sorry, I'm trying
Okay.
to find.
You're all right.
Your attack bonus?
There it is. Okay, sorry, I was looking for where my weapons are. Yep. Okay, +4 battle axe. Roll d20. 12 plus 4, 16.
16 will hit.
Yay! 1d8 plus 2 damage. 7.
It's 1d10.
1d10. Oh, because of 2 hands?
Yep.
Is it going to be better than 7? No.
So 4.
4?
Got it. Thank you. All right, so you hit it, though. You got it.
Stop playing with it. Destroy it.
Destroy the damn thing. And who's up after Crispen?
I am.
Okay, Tana. What your Tana do it?
Don't forget you got your wand of magic missile.
You do.
I do. I'm going to do acid splash, though.
Okay. And I think, is that the one where you have to roll an attack, or I have to roll the
You have to roll a
dexterity
dex
saving
save.
throw? Okay. That's probably a good idea, because these are not very dexterous as garbage monsters and all. Oh, and crap, I just rolled a 1.
So you
So
failed.
here, get Mickey, pick
Mickey.
out a card for me.
The bottom one's the magic one.
Yeah.
Oh
What do you got?
my!
What's it
A
say?
CR1 or 2 creature chosen randomly by the GM appears within 30 feet of you.
So,
It's hostile to everyone. That doesn't make sense.
yeah,
It's
that's
a
that's
CR1
mostly
half.
for
Oh, CR1 half?
it's
That one
mostly
question?
for character critical fail, because that means it's bad for a character. Yeah, pick a different one and let's see if it helps. See if we get something that makes more sense for what we're doing.
All right.
Maybe, maybe not.
My stick is stuck. I don't think that'll work.
Nah,
Bad
No,
for
always the magic one, love. Always the bottom one.
you're doing
Quite
a
the
magic
opposite.
spell.
The target of your attack is infused with the damage type of this spell for the next 1d4 rounds. Each time the target makes a melee attack, they add 1d4 of damage to the of that damage.
We're going to do the reverse. Each time it goes, it's going to suffer more acid damage. That's
Okay.
what we'll
So
do.
as it rolls around, because
Yeah.
maybe you got it in its armpit.
So you splashed acid on it. So first do your damage, and then for each round,
6.
you're going to do an extra D4 of damage. Sweet. All right. So first we're going to take that 6 damage. Got that. And then on
Max
your
damage.
turn on each round, we'll do an extra D4 of damage.
Okie doke.
All right. Who's up after that? I guess it's
The
got to be the
Archer.
monster. Yeah. Who was the one that stepped up to it?
I did.
Crispen.
Both Crispen and I did.
Okay, so
'Cause
you
I
both
saved
did.
I saved the dude, and
All right. You're odd.
Yeah.
You're Crispen is odd. Ashley is even. I rolled a 1, so it's going to attack Crispen.
Okay.
Crispen, it has 3 attacks. It has a bite and 2 tentacles.
Okay.
So we're going to tentacle you first. And it
Should have raged
is
before this started.
yep, always.
so the first attack is a
When in
17,
doubt, rage.
and the second is a 20. They both hit.
They do both hit.
Yes, 14 to hit.
I didn't even look up there. You got a good point. I mentioned the board earlier, and it is up there. The hit is a D8 plus 3 bludgeoning. So I rolled a 1, so that's 4, and a 2, so that's 5, so 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
You're raging now.
If I were raging,
Hold
I would
on.
have resistance, but I
You're
don't.
medium or smaller, so you're also grappled.
Oh, no.
You are grappled and restrained until the grapple ends. It's page 190 something, but I also have them here. Grappled.
Can I rage while
I
I'm
don't know if you want to
grappled?
look
Yes.
right here. It's quick. Grappled is right over here. So you can read that out. And it's also going to take a bite attack. The bite is a plus 6 to hit as well, and I rolled a 14, so that's a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And its bite is 2d8 plus 3. I rolled a 1 and a 3, so that's 4 plus 3 is 7 piercing damage. And then you also
Now I really
have,
wish I had raged.
now you have a Constitution saving throw to make.
How do I end grappling?
I think it's a strength
Athletics
check.
check or an acrobatics check.
So Kurt, do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fortunately, I
For
can add a
Crispen.
1d10 if I
Awesome,
need
if
to
you
to
need
that.
to. Cool. I will let you know if you need
Constitution
to.
saving throw.
It's a +4.
D20 plus. Rolled an 11 plus 4 is 15. And I can roll more if I need it.
That is successful. Your DC was a 15.
All right. So does that mean I'm...
That nothing
That's
happens to you. You could have been poisoned,
Gotcha.
but you were not.
But I still took the 3 different damages for...
Yes, the damage that I mentioned that
Yeah.
you did need to take.
All right.
All right, so
I'm
it
going
took-
to.
It took its 3 attacks, and that's it. That's what
Right.
it does. Go.
I'm going to attack the
Back
attack
to the beginning.
That is a plus 16. 11 plus 5.
16 will hit.
All right. I will do 4 plus 3. So that's 7 plus 3 and 3. So
13.
13 damage.
Okay.
Not to interrupt JJ, but just to clarify, I can go into rage as a bonus action. So can I have done that at the end of my last turn so that
Yeah.
I start next turn in rage?
Yeah. But you didn't say it.
I
Yeah,
know, that's why I'm saying.
I
Or
would,
can
I would say no because you had to take all the damage. If you had gone into rage, you wouldn't, right?
Well, this would be at the end of my turn. As a
But you
bonus
took
action.
the damage on
So
its
the-
turn, not your
Ra-
turn.
rage ends
Oh,
if
you're
he
right.
takes no damage or if he does not attack. He did attack.
Right.
So
Well, I guess
Well, then
my-
I can use a bonus action as
my
the
point
first
being,
thing at the beginning of my
going
next
back
turn.
to that would negate half of the damage.
Oh, yeah,
so
I
let's
don't
say
wanna do that.
no. Right.
So the beginning of my next turn
Yes.
is a bonus action. I'll rage.
And I think that's about to happen.
Okay.
well, it's
Well,
now
I'm
Greg's
Greg.
turn.
Greg.
So, Greg, if you had to guess, this thing is probably about a quarter hurt.
All right. I will move in with my rapier.
Because you do have to guess. And I'm giving you an easy answer.
What?
Yeah.
Gonna make it all dead.
Go for
all
it.
hurt.
So it does take a lot to bring it down, but it's only one monster.
22 to hit.
it does a lot of damage.
22
though.
will hit.
I will
Yes.
do the.
You
Three
rolled
attacks.
badly. And
I will
still
do
took me
a
down.
slashing. No, sorry, defensive flourish. With
What does
my
that mean?
It means I do extra damage. I use the Arctic die for extra damage, and
Okay.
and whatever this number is, I get to add to my AC for.
Oh,
next-
that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
So, well, the original damage will be 5, 7.
7
7
total?
points of damage.
Okay.
And I get 2 extra for my AC
Okay.
until next turn.
Oh, so you did 7 damage and you have 2 more to your AC. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Defensive flourish.
And who's up after Greg? Is it Crispen?
Crispin.
Crispen. You can get all pissed off now. You can get the
me.
12-inch pythons going.
Bonus action to rage.
I'm just thinking. I just realized since we're at 3rd level that
Yeah.
I have my 3rd level ability. I'm on the path of the totem warrior, and I get totem spirit at 3rd level, and I'm following what they call the wolf path. So you guys will have to keep track of this because I won't remember. But when I'm raging, which I'm about to do, my friends have advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature within 5 feet of me that is hostile to me.
That's awesome.
So basically, if I'm getting attacked, you guys get advantage attacking the thing that's attacking me, so I can go in and tank. Which is what I'm going to do right now, because I'm going to rage!
Cool.
And I am going to... Did I say that right, JJ?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
But
Sounds
at second
good.
level, you didn't do
Now,
that. But
you just hold still there for a moment. I'm going to do this so I don't have to tell you what to do. There we go.
I'm just going to do it
Also
so I don't
true.
have to tell you what to do.
So I am going to rage and swing with my battle axe.
Go for it.
And not swing very well.
Oh.
It's going to be, what, 11?
11, if that's your total number, is
Can I do anything?
not going to hit. Naga,
It's not a strength
Naga, Naga
no,
hit
but
the
you could
Akiag.
have done reckless attack, but then it gets advantage to hit you.
Right.
But
Gives me advantage. Yeah, he hits pretty hard when he hits.
He got 3 attacks, and I didn't roll below a 14 when I rolled. Now, granted, he may not hit you all the time, but he did last time.
but it's
Well,
just,
what the heck? Particularly given where we are, can I do that? And I know it's after
Go
the fact,
for
but-
it.
So I get advantage on the attack roll. So now I have 14 total.
A 14 will hit.
Okay. So I do the 1d10 plus 2 damage plus rage damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 10. I rolled a 4. Plus 2 is 6. Plus 2 rage damage is 8.
8 damage?
8 damage total.
Okay, got it.
But now you have advantage if you attack
To
me.
attack him.
But I have resistance, rage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay.
Does that all sound right?
And we
Sounds
all
good to
have
me.
advantage to attack.
And you all have advantage to whop him because I'm staying in with him.
And Tana's up next, I think,
Sweet.
I am.
because I think the Altjuch is last.
Do you want me to do the acid damage at the beginning or the end?
Just go ahead and do the D4 now.
Do it
Let's
now,
do that.
baby.
3.
3 more, got it.
I
So,
am gonna-
yeah, the acid is still eating away at different bits of it. And you would think something that's like a garbage monster should be resistant to it, but you're pretty good with your acid damage.
I'm
Hit
going
it
to
right in the armpit.
cast sleep.
So technically, the monster has no resistances, so therefore...
But where's his armpit?
I'm going to cast sleep. First
You
level.
cast sleep. Now, sleep is a certain amount of
hit points.
points.
Yep.
Now, is it the creature's total hit points, or is it current hit points?
Current hit points.
Right.
Since
So that's-
creatures
If you bring him
are
down,
roll-
you can then put him to
roll
sleep.
5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. So I would first have to roll 5d8.
Let me tell you, you shouldn't do that yet.
Alright, fine.
In other words, it's got more than 40 hit points left.
Now I guess I'll splash it again.
You guys have dealt 41 to it, and it is not yet
Wand of magic
not yet
missile.
bloodied, as 4th edition would tell you.
Magic missile.
I don't want to use magic missile.
Use the missile.
Tell me what to
It
do.
always wins.
What would Ashley tell her to do?
I said use the missile.
What missile? I don't think she's used the wand yet.
Yes, she has.
She
She's
did?
used it many times, and during the last fight against the guard
Okay.
guy.
I still have 22 charges on my wand of magic missile. I found my
But it
card.
started with 23.
I found my card.
Yeah, so she's only used it once. Okay.
Fine, I'll do the stupid magic missile. Wand of magic missile.
Shake- classic.
Shake your stick at him.
I'll shake my damn stick.
It's a classic.
I
I
don't
cast
even have-
magic missile at the darkness.
I cast magic missile at the garbage heap. I don't
Garbage
even have to roll
monster.
anything.
You
No,
know,
'cause
you
it
gotta roll
hits.
damage.
Yep.
And I'm trying to find it in here.
Well,
What's the
you
damage?
have me each right here. Right there's
Acid's
mage armor.
best mage armor.
Missile of magicness.
Stupid.
Stupid magic missile.
1d4.
3
Whatever.
times.
2.
She had the nerd voice going.
2. So that's actually 3 because it's +1. So 3, 6, and 5.
That would be 11.
Done.
Damage done. Okay, Kurt, because you left yourself open to attack, it's going after you. Rather than a random person who dealt it damage, you left yourself open to the attack. And it has advantage, you say? Against you?
Yes, I believe so.
So the first roll is a 19 and the second is a 12. So I think the first one's going to hit. And we're going to start this time with the bite. And the bite is 12 damage piercing.
And my resistance
so you'll have that,
halves it.
right?
So
And do another Constitution saving throw. And what you get with that?
8.
You'll want to make that higher if you
So
can.
add a D10.
Oh, yeah. So I'll give that to you.
I'll take that.
And add.
I guess we could add that back to the luck deck if you don't mind, Mickie. Please.
And add 1 to make it a 9. I rolled a 1 on a D10.
Okay. So you are now poisoned. Okay.
I don't have any.
You are garbage diseased, as it were.
Bummer.
To me, this is kind of weird wording, but you had to make a Constitution saving throw against disease or become poisoned until the disease is cured.
Yep.
So you're diseased poisoned
Yes.
by a disease, which poisons
Yes.
you. I don't know why you couldn't just be poisoned. Anyway,
Yes.
so you have that. And what that means is if you don't get that cured, you will start reducing your maximum hit points within a day.
Yes.
But for now, you're diseased. That's the first attack. Then we have 2 tentacles. I have a 21 for the first and a 22 for the second.
Get out of his
mean,
reach.
I have advantage on all the rolls too, so this doesn't help. Also, you no. Let me take that back because you were grappled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
so grappled?
because you're grappled, rather than the 2 tentacle attacks, it's going to do a tentacle slam, which I'm rolling a 17 and a 2, so I'll take the 17. That'll hit. So since you are grappled, it's going to pick you up and just slam you into the ground.
I should not have been able to attack if I was grappled, but oh well.
I think you can attack.
You can attack while
you
you're
can attack
you
the
can?
thing that is grappling you. You probably just couldn't attack something else.
Gotcha.
Right. So with that, you have a strength saving throw to make.
Okay.
You're going to try and resist being slammed into the street.
Remember, you have advantage on straight saving throws.
I do. I don't think I need it. I got 15 and 17.
Okay, so you actually make it. You make the strength saving throw. So you avoid being slammed completely into the street.
Okay.
All right, and that is the end of the turn.
So. Okay, so I just took the 1 damage that 12 halved for 6.
Correct. Because the other thing it wants to do once it has you grappled, rather than attacking you with tentacles, is going to just slam you into the ground over and over.
So I guess I need to try to make rather than attack, make a strength check to get out of being grappled next time.
Would be a good idea.
Is that a standard action?
And that's what we're going to pick up as we start the next round of combat, as we start our next episode of Adventures from the Shed. We're going to cut this one off mid-second. Well, actually, at the end of the second round of combat, we'll get right back to fighting the garbage monster.
Banana.
Say banana. Say banana.
Banana?
Banana.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.